All right, I got the bookcase done, guys. Let's go take a look at it. I'll explain to you how it was made. Okay, this is the boards that was left over from the built-in place bed that was up here. There were two of them. And this is the rails. So what I did is I built the ends, and that's on the previous video, and then I had to go in and cut a groove so that they would fit in on some of the ends because the boards are warped and kind of bowed. So to get them to fit, that's what I had to do. And I used wood screws and a drill, and then a handsaw and a little miter box. I used a lap joint on the back. This is to stabilize it so that it won't sway side to side. So I put that bracing in the back and got a lap joint in it, and put one of the boards on top, screwed everything with wood screws. And it is over 6 foot tall, and it's pretty sturdy, pretty heavy. And you can take it all apart and put it back together if you're going to be, moving it around or whatnot. So I thought that this would look really good at the cabin, but I think it turned out rather nicely for it to be reclaimed wood lumber. So I'm quite pleased with it. Next step for me to do is to wipe it down and sand it, and I'm going to stain it. I'm going to stain it the color that it is. So that'll be the next step, but it's nothing fancy. It was just a off the hip idea to use the wood instead of throwing it away, repurpose it. And I've got a whole lot more left, so I've got ideas for it as well. All right, so this is what's left of the wood. You see there's a lot of shelves. I call them shelves, but they're slats that's left. And then there is a bunch of, they're not 2x4s, they're 1x material. There might be a 2x4 in there. That board right there is a 1x8, and then there's some tongue and groove stuff. So I am going to, over here is some more 1x material. I am going to make a window seat over here. That's the next project. And probably make some more bookcases, but smaller ones, and just whatever I can think of. I've got enough material to make quite a few things. I'm thinking about making an entryway table. It's a long table, not very wide, it's just very long. It's got a shelf up under it. I'm gonna do that. And so what I did to put all this together was just wood screws and a drill and a saw with a miter box. I've got my sewing area over here now. That's all my sewing things. And I'm going to be working on getting my quilt. I was working on quilting it, but it is not square. So I've got to square this up. I'm going to iron it out and square it up before I quilt it. So I'm going to do that next. I've got a lot of quilting projects that I can do in my own little space up here. So, oh, I hung this little pendulum light up here so I could have some really good lighting over the sewing table. So I'm really excited. This is my own little space that I can do projects and calm my nerves. So I'm excited. Let's see. Still working on deciding on what to do about the wall. I might paint it, who knows. I got the bathroom working. So I got my own little bathroom. I got all my things stored in the closet. I made this little couch right here. You're not gonna believe how I did this. Oh my gosh. That is a sleeping cot, a camping cot. And I covered it in some material and just threw some big pillows on it. And I just have a little makeshift couch there until I can find something small enough to put up here. I've been looking on Facebook Marketplace because a lot of, like I said before, people give stuff away all the time. And I'm gonna be redoing this antique table. I got it also for free off the Facebook Marketplace. It's an antique. I'm gonna be refinishing that to go with the bookshelf. I put some peel and stick wallpaper up there, and I finished this over here. I think that's so pretty. I love it. I really do like it. I like the little birds and everything. So I might do the rest up here, or this, you know, I may just leave it as it is, like a, it looks like a mural. So I may do that. I'm out of breath from running up and down the steps. And I was getting ready to do some paint by numbers up here. I got all my paint stuff out. It's my little paint cart. My paints are on the bottom. Got my brushes. This is a kit that you can get, and I got this at the Goodwill. It's a Paint Anywhere kit, and what the picture is, it looks like it's in Paris, or it's in a park setting. That's a taxi cab, but it's got all the little cherry blossoms. It's gonna be really pretty once it's done. So I already have the car part that I'm working on, so this is just little bitty things I enjoy doing. Keeps my mind off things and helps to calm my nervous system down. So I'm looking forward to my space up here. It's cold up here. Yes, it is. There's no heat. Like I said, all the electric runs in the ceiling, so all you have is the lights in the ceiling. And then I have to run cords to plug anything up. But back in behind here, I guess this is a half wall or a knee wall. There is open space. It is huge. That's another huge walk-in closet right there. So there's just a lot of potential for up here. I'm looking forward to it. It keeps me busy, and it'll be a little space for me in serenity. And hopefully I can partition this off and make it a separate room with a door. What I could do is, like I said, use those extra solid wood doors like this and frame it in from right there to make it even for right here. And then I'll have all of that space for sewing and stuff, and then just have a little bedroom area over here. And the bathroom is big enough. It's a half bath, but it's big enough to put a bathtub in there. I was thinking a clawfoot bathtub would look so pretty in there. I just have all kinds of ideas, y'all. So, and I want to tell you something else that I did. This is attic space back in behind these boards. I put some insulation on the back of that. It just pops off and you just put it back up. And I used this material right here to insulate it. This is insulation when you order frozen goods or whatever from, say, HelloFresh or Misfits Market. They line the box with this insulation stuff. I save it. I pull it out of the box, break the box down and save the box. And because I'm always needing boxes to store things in, but I use that, it's insulation, and I put it on the back of the door. I use the staple gun to put it on. And then I have this one over here, right there, that I need to do. And like I said, I'm gonna make those into little bitty doors, but this is another huge open space. It's all open. You can see how big it is. And that would make a nice huge walk-in closet. You can put a big door right there, and it goes from here all the way back to the front of the other room. And this one is closed up, but this one goes all the way back into the storage space, attic space up there. So, and this house had it's got 3 chimneys. So there's one chimney right there, and then there is another one that is back in behind here. That's the gas line for the propane. I don't know why they did it like that. They brought it in from over here, ran it through here, ran it under the window, then back through there, then up over the ceiling, and then back. I mean, it's just all messed up. But it does get cold up here, so since there's a gas line up here, propane gas line, you could probably put a propane heater right there. Of course, the bed would have to be turned around and put on that wall. I would not want it to be that close. It might cause a fire or something. So anyhow, just rambling on with some things I've been thinking about. So that is the bookcase. It is done, and it did not take long at all. Very easy to do. If you got the materials and stuff, you just have to have a creative mind, I guess. So that's it for now, guys, and thank you for watching, and I appreciate it. Make sure you give a thumbs up and like and share and subscribe. Until next time, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.